Hi, I'm Dan Smith, founder of Sports and Spinal Physio, and I've got Roy with me here today. We're going to talk about IDD therapy. Roy, first of all, how did you hear about IDD?
Well, first off, I was suffering with terrible back spinal stenosis had been proclaimed, and an old colleague of mine had mentioned that years ago he'd had traction as a therapy, and I thought, well, I'll Google that and see what I get with sciatica and traction and stuff, and the IDD therapy came up, and it had sounded just like the thing that would be suitable for me, as I'd had an MRI and had the diagnosis of trapped nerves and everything else. So got in touch and came and had a chat with yourself and Lucy, and went from there.
So what kind of symptoms were you getting before you had the treatment?
Extreme pain down the right leg, having to use a stick or a crutch which I'd borrowed off of someone else that had had a broken leg that I knew, and was only able to walk, well, hardly at all, certainly without a stick, and only limited with a stick.
Okay. And you had any treatment at all up at that point?
I'd had some osteopathy which hadn't really worked, some sonic deep ultrasound sort of treatments yet, which hadn't really done anything.
Okay.
So looked to go on a different line. I was looking at surgery before I found the IDD therapy, and which would have been either a long-term wait or very expensive.
Yeah, and no guarantees either.
Absolutely no guarantees, no.
So tell me a bit about the IDD experience, coming to the clinic, what it entailed and how you found it. I made the initial contact and came and saw you and had a chat about what we thought would be good to get me right, and it was to start with fairly intensive, but only to be expected with the severity of the problem. Okay.
Not a problem, I didn't find it at all with the therapy machine here behind me, and certainly didn't feel like I was being pulled apart or anything.
So it wasn't uncomfortable, was it?
Not uncomfortable at all,
Good.
no.
Good.
No, it was
good.
quite relaxing, in fact.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear. And how are you now?
Yeah, I'm certainly a lot better, pretty much pain-free. Slight numbness at the bottom of the leg, which I'm led to believe could take months to eventually disappear, just where the nerve has been slightly damaged, I'm guessing. And I'm back to occasional bowling at the moment.
Brilliant.
And been out walking and went out on a bird watching trip yesterday. We walked a couple of 3 miles, and that was no problem at all.
That's great.
So I'm pretty much hoping soon to be able to get back to my golfing as well.
Excellent. Good.
But like most of us, probably tend to overdo things, and should take a little more time. And I've been doing the exercises, which
Good. And you keep doing the exercises.
Keep doing the exercises, and it's all been a really good experience.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for your time. That was very useful.
My pleasure.
Signing off.